Hello, hello, hello. It's Attorney Mike Revlin coming to you from Chicago. As usual, Alyssa came through again. I asked her for something this. I made the mistake. I try not to do this, but I went into the comments. One of the comments really cracked me up. Somebody, I don't know. I suppose I should do this. I should do a show where I just respond to comments. I really should. Some of them are really funny. Some of them are just some of them are funny, and I'm with you. And some of them are funny because they're just stupid. But someone in here said, your first stream today is giving me nightmares. Can't we just have a simple soft sit to settle down? This isn't a soft sit, but this is good. Garden variety, kooky defendant. I've already had her. Thank you, Alyssa. She sent me this clip and said, you already did it. And I'm like, I don't remember. She said, can you tell me that? I put a link to it in the description. I have, in fact, done an appearance for this woman before. I'll still have pearl clutchers because, MH is an issue here. I don't know. It's not my place. But she's funny. That's just the long and short of it. She's funny. It's low stakes. We're not talking about a murder here. Let's just watch this, relatively harmless but amusing defendant make her defense attorney insane for about 15 minutes. That's it. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. Let's get this party started, shall we?
Your Honor, I will just note the last two individuals I was supposed to speak with. Well, here we go.
Good afternoon. Your name, ma'am?
Ms. Anderson?
Is it Carlina Anderson?
Yep.
Carlina Francis Anderson, number one on the docket, and that is a pretrial. Mr. Swenson?
That's right, Your Honor. And unfortunately, I have not been able to speak with Ms. Anderson. It's been difficult. She's been on a special watch, and the jail staff didn't bring her down until just now. Could I have a brief breakout room, Your Honor? I apologize. I know we're at 4:20. I just don't know how else to speak with her.
So, Ms. Anderson, will you please notify the jail staff that you will be going into a breakout room with Mr. Swenson, and they can
4:20 is perfect for this one.
bring another person in the meantime.
A breakout room?
It'll happen right there?
I think I'll need to use that camera, Your Honor.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I will let the court know. I think we're going to have the same situation with everyone that's left. We couldn't speak to them.
There an officer available?
Mr. Swenson, the judge took a 5-minute recess.
That's
Is the case going to resolve?
well. I didn't think I'd have time to go over everything.
Okay.
Mr. Swenson is a straight-laced guy. He wants to go home so bad. But he is dutifully sticking this thing out.
It's if if I do, then yes, we can resolve it today. I was going to ask to reset it to tomorrow, but if we have 5 minutes, I think that would be enough.
I can't hear anything. Is anybody talking?
No, we're on a break. The judge took a break.
Maybe I'll wait out here.
I just called down to see what they can do to kind of help us, but I'm not sure.
I really want to see Swenson square off with Regier. The two peas out of the same pod. I want to see that battle. I really do.
Waiting on the judge. When I'm done, knock on the door.
Oh, you got to have every awkward moment of it. You got to absorb it. Yeah, just let it wash over you. You know.
Mr. Swenson, are we planning to proceed with that amendment discussed?
Yes, but let's go ahead and just, I don't think we're going to have time to resolve today. So let's,
Go ahead, discuss. What amendment was it?
it was the amendment to criminal trespass that we discussed.
Oh, and I said I would accept that
Well-
further proceed with anything I wanted to later time.
Yeah.
Let's,
Yeah.
Madam Clerk, are you there?
Yes.
Let's go ahead and,
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of subtleties that you had no idea about, and I really want you to shut up in front of another attorney right now.
put me in another breakout room with Ms. Anderson. I'm sorry, I can go over this in just a few minutes with her. And
Okay, click. Okay.
I'll give you a heads up like that. We're expecting amendment to trespass in the second degree on the Anderson case. Let's see. It'll be on-
I went to a joint breakout and I don't know, I haven't put you up there.
yeah, we got kicked out of it. Just a sec.
Okay.
She is childlike.
Join.
Since the stakes are low, it's hilarious.
Well, it'll be on the form, but I can tell you right now if you don't you need it for the JMS. Okay, so that's going to be 928.090. Come on, trespass sector.
Okay, Your Honor.
That was editing, yo. I mean, it wasn't precise, but it was editing.
Okay. So, Mr. Swenson, back with Carlina Francis Anderson matter. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this time, I have to ask for the court to order a competency evaluation. I don't believe that Ms. Anderson can assist in her defense at this time. I am going to make the request that this be an out-of-custody evaluation. I know she's currently in custody and she's been in there for the past 2 weeks. But at Ms. Anderson's request, Your Honor, I am asking the court to consider ordering this out of custody.
I had no idea that he was considering anything to do with a compensate anything. Rather, he was asking me questions and I asked him what this had to deal with, and my attorney is not involved in asking me these sorts of questions, and I know that. So, you know,
So, Ms. Anderson, I will recommend that you remain silent. Mr. Swenson, there is a bail set in the amount of $500. Are you expecting Ms. Anderson to post that so that this can be an out of custody, or do you think she will be not posting that bond so that we can have a in custody 1077 order?
She's not going to be able to post that bond, Your Honor. She's been in custody for the last 2 weeks, unable to post it.
Yes, City, what is city's position?
Well, Your Honor, this one's tricky. I haven't quite had one in this procedural position before, but technically Ms. Anderson is charged under the name Jane Doe. She provided the name Anderson to the court at her first appearance. The city declined to amend its charging document at that time because we had no verification. And that's even more concerning if competency is being called into question here. The court at that time, Judge Buckley, signed a fingerprint order ordering Ms. Anderson to comply with the fingerprinting process within 12 hours of the hearing. I called the jail this morning, and that still has not been accomplished. Hearing, that she's in segregated.
It has been accomplished.
Yeah.
I did it here at the jail. I did it when they were trying to arrest me as well for obstructing. So I don't understand how there's an obstructing charge.
Well, they didn't try to arrest you. They arrested you.
So, Your Honor, this morning, as per
So if I've submitted my information and that they had said I was.
Ms. Anderson, we will turn to you when it is your time to speak.
Pardon.
And if there's
You're
confusion,
all-
perhaps we could ask the corrections officer now and they could just answer. But my call this morning was, I was told that it had not happened. I resent the order to the jail. Unless something happened just very recently. There's no verification of the identity that she has asserted. And so there would be risk in.
So let me ask you this then, if she was booked under Jane Doe and the fingerprinting hasn't been done, how has this changed in the system identifying her?
I can go get the
Health
files right here to tell you about this shit that I have. done
Ms.
that.
Anderson, we'll turn to you in just a second. Let's
Pardon?
just
I'll
get
just step
some
outside.
answer.
Let me just step outside here. If you need to talk while I'm out here or whatever.
So here, Mr. Swenson, the conditions have been previously set, and I am not, the case is not before court for change in release conditions. This is,
Like, I'll just step outside, which is nuts. And the judge is like, yeah, whatever, go ahead. I mean, he doesn't say it, but his silence, that's the implication.
a pretrial, first pretrial, calendared at first pretrial today. I understand that you can ask for or make a motion for changes and modification in release conditions at any point. However, under the circumstances, this case has been reviewed by another judicial officer who has set appropriate conditions, and I don't have a
I mean, that's what's going on here. That is the many facets of Law Talk with Mike right here. That is what's okay. So this is all going on, and I'm showing the clip because it's funny, and she says funny things. Okay, fine, but it is interesting what's going on here. They don't have her ID'd properly, and the state's trying to fix it with everything. And I understand why they didn't do it. They booked her under Jane Doe. Then they wanted to change it, but the city who brought the original charge is like, wait, we don't have a verification on this new identity. We're not just changing it to some other random thing. Let's verify and then change, which is correct. But all this is premised on having the person.
proposed 1077 order in front of me, either whether that be in custody or out of custody evaluation. At this point, I am proposing to set this over to tomorrow.
Are you ready
Under
for
the-
me?
Same conditions, and then Mr. Swenson and Mr. Sharp can connect with each other
Yeah, come on in, honey. Sit down.
and then propose a 1077 order, whether that be out of custody or in custody at tomorrow's hearing, depending on if there's any modification that change of these conditions.
Yes, Your Honor, and I'll signal too that if the fingerprinting has been achieved and her identity is verified, the city wouldn't object to a release for an out-of-custody evaluation, but we've got to have that verified first.
Okay. Mr. Swenson, are you able to verify that with the court corrections staff?
I can call correction staff, but it sounds like Mr. Sharp has been in contact with them today and that they don't have what they need.
I
So
just talked to the correction staff and they have already done, like, what is
I'll call-
trying to accomplish? Do you want to do another join out or whatever?
No, I'll call the jail, Ms. Anderson. The problem.
Let's do a join out. It took me a second to figure out. It's a breakout room, is what she's trying to say. Let's do the time warp again.
Prosecutors agreeing. We're going to set you to tomorrow. Okay.
But I can be released today?
No. The judge is
Why
not
can I-
releasing you today.
Can you lower my bail? Can you have my bail lowered?
I'm not changing any release conditions, Ms. Anderson. I'm only setting your case tomorrow at 1:30 so we can address this in more meaningful way when we have better information that is currently missing. Does that make sense?
What? Well, I just don't get what's missing.
We need to confirm that the jail has your fingerprints, and then we need to enter a competency evaluation.
Why do I need to enter a competency evaluation?
We'll talk tomorrow, Ms. Anderson.
Because that doesn't make any sense to me. That's rude. It's discriminating me. For what reason? Competency as far as
Ms.
what?
Anderson, I've signed up on your order, and we will, and in that order it says that your court date is tomorrow at 1:30 p.m.
And that's all it says?
That's all it says.
So I can
With
be,
obviously post conditions.
what are the post conditions?
You have a bail set at $500 and in certain other conditions that were imposed, and those will remain intact. Can you let the corrections staff know that we're completed with your case and they can bring another person in, and we will hope to see you tomorrow at 1:30 sharp.
Sure.
I'll show myself out again.
And Ms. Langley, were you able to speak with Mr. Anchango?
I was, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay.
And Ms. Langley, did you see the updated note?
I did. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Girl.
But I proved it you did.
Barnett, girl, no, don't do that. Just, I'll mute you now, Miss Jones. All right, now, no more girl, Miss Barnett. Now you tell me.
Anchango is your full name, Justin Germain Anchango?
Unchango, but yes, Your Honor.
And Ms. Langley, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I've had an opportunity to speak with him about his
Oh, it's
rights and
over.
his charges. He didn't have any questions. At this time, I'll stipulate to probable cause for today's purposes only.
I just
And to
want you to
plead
see how
not
long it takes
guilty.
for her to leave.
He's asking that counsel be appointed. He works. He makes about 20 an hour. He supports one child of his own, plus another child.
Four children total.
Four children. Okay, he supports four
Four
children.
Okay, that's enough. Go ahead.
And so I said counsel be appointed.
Those are just
And
ones
he's
that
been
caught
advised
for.
of his constitutional rights.
He has.
With the stipulation to probable cause, I'll enter not guilty plea to one count of violation of a protection order, domestic violence, and appoint court-appointed attorney. In this case, I'll appoint Ms. Langley to represent Mr. Anchenko going forward.
All right, for the cranky people in the group, and we don't seem to have any here at the moment. But if you are of that cranky disposition, nothing is going on in this video. We are just chilling for a minute to see how long it takes this woman to leave. There is no substance. Law Talk with Mike. There is no substance. I repeat, Law Talk with Mike. No substance.
And we'll set pretrial court date in this case, and I'll turn to city for release conditions.
Thank you, Your Honor. So Jabs is not showing complete history. Unfortunately, I was unable to achieve a name code merge. City is aware, though, of a recent filing in Superior Court. I understand there's a charge of rape 2 underway there from August 14th. He's currently out on release conditions, including the protection order at issue in this case. That's a concerning scenario.
Hold on, what charge did you say in Superior Court that I don't see?
Rape 2nd.
And that's from Thurston County?
Yes, Your Honor.
And it's not populated in JABS?
No, and I think it's just a matter of his entire name is on the filing in Superior Court, whereas here in District Court, one of the middle names has an initial instead.
Okay.
Or one of his 4 names is initialized rather than the full name. But I've reviewed the probable cause statement there as I was working on that case. And I've reviewed his 3-2 order as well, which got in front of me. His released on PR with several conditions, including that sexual assault protection order and to have no contact with the victim. And that's what's alleged in this case. It's alleged that he went to her home. He was viewed on a doorbell camera. And then early in the morning hours this morning, it looks like about 3 o'clock in the morning, Mr. Inchenko, who had previously been in touch with law enforcement and knew that they were investigating this, he made contact. He was having a pretty hard time out on an I-5 overpass in Lacey, standing up on the railing. I think the indication is that there was potential for self-harm there. Luckily, he was talked off the ledge, literally, and taken into custody. And the city certainly would hate to see anybody harm himself. Given the public safety issues at hand here with that pending felony charge, the nature of it, the nature of the alleged violation here being an allegation of in-person appearance at a home, along with that context of potential self-harm, city believes there's heightened risk here. We have quite a few of the factors that we're all trained to look out for in these cases. City's requesting $5,000 bail to ensure the community's safety and specifically the victim, the alleged victim. Law-abiding behavior, no possession of firearms or other dangerous weapons, and should he post or should the court decline to order bail, City would request a DCR review prior to release to just ensure he's not a danger to himself or anyone else.
What is the incident on the Superior Court matter?
August 14th, Your
And that no contact was initiated from that case?
Yes, Your Honor.
But currently that has been violated?
Yes,
And he has not been seen in Superior Court yet?
that's
for any
unknown
release
to me. I know the DPA on the case reached out for our report. I don't know if he's been seen or will be seen today or tomorrow.
Okay. Can you check this, the jail? He's in Nisqually jail?
Yes. Okay. I don't know if they can even see him from this. Yeah.
Ms. Langley?
Thank you, Your Honor. Obviously, this is a difficult situation. He does tell me he's receives normally some form of mental health counseling, and he did, what the police report indicates that he may have been trying, if true, to deliver letters to the children, not to have contact with that alleged victim. I would just like the court to consider that. Thank you. If he's not released, he loses his job. And
What will be the next custody day or pretrial? Yeah. Monday? So, Mr. Shango,
Have the privilege
the
of here.
on
Team,
$1,000
we just want to say
will be cash or bond.
watching today's message wherever you are watching from. These hope that you would join us if you haven't yet. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment so you can stay up to date with everything that's happening here at
Where's that coming?
I'm just calling Sanderson's been unsupervised at the computer for a little while.
So conditions are that there will be a bail set and that you must comply with the active no contact order and not have any contact with the alleged victim in this matter,
Yes, Your
and
Honor.
have no criminal law violations, and not possess any firearms or dangerous weapons. If you are able to post bond, you will still need to appear for 1:30 p.m. September 2nd pretrial hearing, and your release, even if you are able to
Lena's
post
cute.
that
I love
bond,
it
will
out
be
there.
subject to a designated community responders evaluation.
What does that mean, Your Honor?
That means you may be seen by a professional before you're released, and the bail set in this amount is $5,000, but we will have your hearing on a week from today on September 2nd.
Okay, how does, if I don't have the cash for the bill, how does, a bond work? What is exactly do I need for that?
You can discuss that with, in terms of your appointment of counsel, I will appoint Ms. Langley to represent you going forward based on that information that you have provided. And any questions that you have on how to post bond, you can certainly discuss that with Ms. Langley.
Your Honor.
And jail staff.
She looks like she's
Second's
really
all right.
having a good time.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2nd is a Labor Day, 3rd? 9th.
Not here.
Okay, your next court date actually is September 9th.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor.
In that no contact order, what is the name of alleged victim? Or I will just say abide by the active no
Thank you, Your
contact.
Honor, yes.
No, yes, yes. Justin. Blessing. Pacheco.
And where's the box release subject to DCR?
I don't know if the court has to fill it in under the other box, maybe. I don't know. I don't think there's a.
I thought there was a box. Is there a box? Oh yeah, there's a box.
There is one there?
No, no. I think that should do it. Mr. Anchango, we are completed with your case. You will be provided the copy of this court order, which has your next court date.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you can let the staff know that we are completed with your case so that they can bring another person in.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Ms. Anderson, have you done the same? Have you notified the staff that we are ready for another person?
And more to the point, we're ready to get rid of this one.
Corrections officer, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You might want to check your email. Note that Miss Anderson's been in there unsupervised using the computer for a while now.
Copy that.
We want to mount the show that. They said, I have a third hand, so I already have a third hand at all. Let's have some real good ones.
She is.
Okay, what we're gonna do is just solder the second conductor.
Ah,
In his collegial, your name, sir?
it's over. She finally left. She did. I've got one more. I've got one more very short clip involving no substance. All this is in my effort to make up for my stream earlier today. I'll set the stage for you. Since we're just friends at this point. It's all the cranks have left. All the cranks have left. This is what I was up against in Dublin. Okay. I get kicked out of my hotel room. I walk over to Temple Bar. I walk into a pub. This place opens at noon. I'm there at noon. I'm the only one in there. That lasts about 30 seconds. A band starts playing. They are fantastic. Well, it's not a band. It's two guys. You know, it's the Irish deal. You got a guy's a singer and he's excellent and plays a guitar. And then you got a guy who plays, I don't know, a flute and a piccolo or something. But the guy with the guitar affectionately refers to as Slash. Every time there's like a flute part, he says, "Take it away, Slash." It's a bad joke, but it got me every time. Might have been the Guinness. Might have been the Guinness. So this is how you get sucked in. I don't know. I don't even know if this video is going to play. I just pulled this. Let's see if it's going to work. Now that I set the stage for this epic event, let me see if it's even going to work. I think it will. Here we go. Here's how you get sucked into a bar in Temple Bar.
It's not my family. In your head, they're crying. Their tanks and their bombs and their dogs. In your head, they're crying. In your head, zombie.
Yeah. That just I don't know. I don't know how to put it. It's like a slow burn. You go there, you're sipping your Guinness, and then all of a sudden you've sipped too much Guinness and a lot of time has passed. The bar is very full. And you're thinking, do I really need to do that deposition on Monday? But I did. I went and got on the plane like a good boy. I did my deposition. All right. There you go. Something happy. I leave you with something happy. A little cleanse. A little cleanse for the viewers. Thanks for coming out. I'll see y'all soon.